Be careful about what you do with your energy. So, everything that we do in our daily lives requires energy. So, when I'm moving up and down the stairs, when I'm going to work, when I'm driving, when I'm making food, you guys get the point. Anything physical requires energy. Now, I wanted to say that first because I'm now going to switch it, right? I'm talking about our emotional energy, our internal energy, the energy that we cultivate when we do magic, when we set intent, when we plan to do anything, because we create our realities moment after moment after moment after moment. Every decision that we make leads us down a path to either towards what we want or away from what we want. And different situations and different thoughts and different people, they can take our energy away and really, really mess us up. So you got to be careful about where your energy goes. So, what I'm talking about is how many of you, and this includes me because I ruminate over things and it's something I've always been working on, but how many of you ruminate on negative things? You're trying to fall asleep, it's 2 a.m., and all of a sudden you remember something that you were embarrassed by 2 years ago. You can't sleep, right? Stuff like that. The scumbag brain meme, basically. Those things take your energy. Anything that is negative takes your energy. We want to cultivate as many positive thoughts as possible. Now, this does not mean being self-aware because there's criticism and then there's downright like degrading, right? You can have very constructive criticism talking to yourself about what you could do better or you could degrade yourself. I used to be massive with the kind of degrading self-talk, so I know how much that sucks. Um, but the idea that I'm trying to get at is anything negative that is going on in your brain, whether it's thinking about the person that cut you off at the light, or the person at the grocery store who was just walking too slow and you couldn't get around them. Yeah, I get that way. Um, or something that happened years ago that all of a sudden you think about and you can't let go of it for a couple of hours. Every time that you're doing that, you're using the energy of your mind and you're losing that energy and you're losing that time. And I don't know about other people that watch this channel, but I'm in my 30s now and I've realized that time is something you cannot get back. So every single day, I try to make the most of every single moment that I have with what I do and what I think. And if I am not 100% in it or it is negative, I ain't doing it and I ain't thinking about it. So the thing is, if we spend all of our day or even parts of our day thinking about negative stuff, we're sapping energy away from our abilities to focus on more positive things. And at the end of the day, if we want to do something about it, like a ritual or whatever, we are going to have less energy than we would have if we spent our days thinking positively. Not to mention the fact that when you think negative stuff and then you're a couple seconds later you change the subject or whatever, that negativity is still existing in your subconscious. And those negative thoughts are still swimming around in there. And don't think for a second that your subconscious doesn't affect everything that you do, even the decisions that you make, because the majority of decisions that we make are based on our past experiences and therefore are subconscious. So you can do some rituals about this kind of thing where you can have a cord that is tied, you can tie it around you and then tie it to something that represents that negativity. Maybe a picture of a person or a rock, or even if you write the situation down, roll it up in a piece of paper and tie that, and then it's tied to your wrist. It's, like ball and chain effectively, right? And you can focus on your intent to let go of that thing, and you cut the cord, and then you set the whole thing on fire. So, or you could bury it. I always prefer fire because, well, that's kind of my element, because I'm half Aries. So, yeah. So there was a little tidbit on how to not lose your energy and give it away, and even a little thing on what you could do about it. If you guys like this, drop the any thoughts in the comments. You can connect with me on social media. Be sure to check out any of my other videos, my playlists, my books, and my Facebook group. And if you like what I do here, you can support me either through the channel membership down below or on Patreon. Good hunting. Thanks for watching my video. So if you want to check out my playlists, I have, among others, the Simon Necronomicon, the Tree of Life, General Magic, Tulpamancy, a playlist on my books, the elements, stones, the theories that govern magic, and the gods and goddesses of Mesopotamia. If you want to check out my books on Amazon, I have Creating Consciousness, Magical Mechanics, Magical Theater, Handy Sigil Magic, Magical Movement, which is an update and expansion upon Handy Sigil Magic, Magical Mastery, which is a combination masterwork of Magical Theater and Magical Mechanics, and The Guide to the Spheres and Beyond. You can also find me on Facebook at Magickology YT. You can email me at priestofthenecro@gmail.com, and you can even check out my Instagram, which is Magickology. And good hunting.